The shadow is not the enemy. It is the material. I do not believe the shadow comes to ruin us. I believe it comes carrying the parts of us we abandoned in order to be loved. The rage, the grief, the jealousy, the hunger, the fear, the obsession, the desire we tried to make smaller, the truth. We dressed in silence so no one would leave. For a long time, I thought darkness meant danger. I thought if something ugly rose in me, it meant I was failing. If I felt jealous, I was unevolved. If I felt angry, I was unkind. If I wanted too much, I was unsafe. If I saw too deeply, I was the problem. So I learned the old art of containment. Smile softly, say the fair thing, keep the peace, swallow the sentence. Make the room beautiful while something inside you disappears. But the shadow does not disappear just because we become graceful. It waits underneath the polished surface. It waits in the body, in the throat, in the stomach, in the dream you wake from with your heart racing, in the attraction you cannot explain, in the resentment you keep spiritualizing, in the silence after someone crosses a line and you tell yourself it was not worth mentioning. The shadow waits because it is not finished speaking. And maybe that is the first thing I had to learn. The shadow is not proof that I am broken. It is proof that something in me still wants to live. Rage may be the part of me that remembers my boundary. Jealousy may be the part of me pointing toward a desire I have not allowed myself to claim. Grief may be love with nowhere to go. Fear may be an ancient protector who has not yet learned that I am no longer trapped in the old room. Obsession may be a wound circling the place where my power got left behind. None of these things are clean. None of them are convenient. They do not arrive dressed for polite company. They interrupt. They embarrass. They make the air thick. They ask questions the conscious self would rather not answer. But they are doors. Every shadow has a doorway in it. The mistake is not feeling darkness. The mistake is letting darkness run the house while pretending the lights are on. What we reject becomes a cage, because rejection keeps us bound to the very thing we are trying to escape. The disowned part does not vanish, it becomes fate. It chooses the same relationship in a different body. It repeats the same wound in a new room. It calls the old pattern chemistry: loyalty, destiny, duty, love. But what we face becomes power. Not instantly, not magically, not in the pretty way people like to package healing. It becomes power because once I can name the thing, I am no longer possessed by it. Once I can say, this is anger, I can ask what boundary was crossed. Once I can say, this is shame, I can ask whose voice taught me to hide. Once I can say, this is fear, I can ask whether I am in danger now or remembering danger then. Once I can say, this is desire, I can ask whether it is leading me toward life or toward a familiar wound. This is where the alchemy begins. Not in pretending the shadow is light. In entering the dark with enough devotion to find the life force trapped there. There is a strange holiness in facing what we have exiled. The body knows it. The nervous system knows when a truth has finally been allowed to enter the room. Something unclenches, something shakes, something grieves, something returns. And yes, sometimes the return is disruptive. Sometimes the part of you that comes back does not want the life you built while it was missing. Sometimes the shadow says, I am the no you never spoke. I am the yes you buried. I am the desire you called dangerous. I am the anger that could have protected you. I am the truth you traded for belonging. That kind of return can feel like lightning. It can change the relationship. It can change the body. It can change the way money, love, sex, silence, and loyalty move through your life. But maybe change is not the punishment. Maybe change is the soul making room for the parts of us that were never meant to stay underground. I do not want a spirituality that only loves me when I am luminous. I want the kind that can sit beside me when I am trembling with something honest. I want the kind that does not shame the body for speaking in symptoms, heat, tears, hunger, or refusal. I want the kind that understands beauty is not the absence of darkness. Beauty is what happens when nothing true has to be exiled. That is the work. To stop making enemies out of the messengers. To stop calling every uncomfortable feeling a flaw. To stop confusing peace with suppression. To stop decorating the cage and calling it harmony. The shadow is not the enemy. The enemy is the lie that says I must be divided from myself in order to be loved. So I bring the rejected things closer now. Carefully, honestly, with boundaries, with breath, with a lamp in my hand. I do not let them rule me, but I do let them speak, because every buried thing has a story. Every story has a pattern. Every pattern has a wound. Every wound has a threshold. And every threshold has a power waiting on the other side. What I reject becomes a cage. What I face becomes a choice. And what I choose consciously can finally become mine.